Hey everybody, this video brings us out to the campsites here at Disney's Fort Wilderness in Walt Disney World. And the reason why we are here at the campsites is because this is where we've been staying for the last, week or so, 5-6 days. As you can see, Vanabelle's all set up here on her campsite. There's all kinds of cords running in and out of her. We have a cord for the main electricity, a cord for the AC unit, and even a cord for cable. Yes, we have cable here at this campsite, which is something I love about the campsites here in Walt Disney World, is that we do actually have cable. We can watch Disney shows and movies and TV shows. I was watching a lot of History Channel. That's something I was doing over the last week or so here at the campsite. We love camping here. It's one of the most beautiful campsites we have ever stayed in. It's pretty fantastic. We've stayed at a number of campsites, and some of them are great, some of them not so much. We stayed at a KOA we really liked, but I'd say this is still better than that. If you've been camping, think of a campsite and then up it by a million. That's pretty much what you have here at Walt Disney World. Because you are in Disney. You're gonna get that Disney charm. They're not gonna give you some cheap campsite. It's not gonna be not really kept up all that well. They're pretty much on top of things here in Disney. They're keeping things sparkling clean. The restrooms are pretty nice. A little bit of a cramped sort of shower area, but other than that, pretty nice here at Disney's Fort Wilderness, the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness. Like I said, we love camping here. We usually do it at least once a year for like a week or so. It's pretty nice. It's nice to have your van or whatever, your camper, your car, whatever it is you might have. It's nice to have that at all times with all your stuff in it. I love that. That's what I love about camping, because when you go to a resort and you're in a hotel room, all your stuff is there in your hotel room. You think, oh man, I should have brought a jacket in with me tonight, or I should have brought a change of pants, or man, I wish I had that thing that's back at the resort. You don't have to worry about that here when you're camping, because when you go into the parks, you have everything inside your camper or your RV or whatever. Unless you're taking a car. Some people have actual legitimate like campers that they tow on the back of a car, or they have a tent like this. And in that case, maybe that's a whole different situation. But in our situation, everything is inside our van. We get to just take our van with us to the actual parks or wherever we're going, and all our stuff's with us. It's really nice. I love it. So I do love camping out here at the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness. Look at that. There's a skeleton inside. Can you guys see that? Look at that. There's a skeleton inside that camper there. That freaked me out. Thought somebody was sitting inside there, and then realized it was actually a skeleton. That's crazy. Look at this. This is what we need. We got some heavy-duty golf carts. Unfortunately, the only kind of downfall to the campsite is the fact that in order to get anywhere, you do pretty much need either a golf cart like that over there. I think that's maybe a rented one. I'm not entirely sure. You either need a golf cart or a bicycle or something like that, because the actual places where you can get food here and the places where you can go see shows, and they have really awesome like camping stores and whatnot. There's all kinds of interesting stores here, and there's, again, places to get food. There's a couple of different restaurants and all kinds of cool stuff here at the actual campsite itself. In order to get to any of that stuff, you either have to walk very far, or you need a bike or a golf cart. A lot of people, what's going on? The bus driver is talking like out his window to these people there. I don't know why. Interesting. Maybe he's telling them what bus they need to get or something like that. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yes, in order to get anywhere, you pretty much do need a golf cart or a bike. I actually have a bike. I should probably start bringing my bike with me when I come down here. I could just strap it onto the back of Vanabelle. I was actually thinking about getting a hitch for Vanabelle to put bikes on. I have a thing I can attach to the back of the door that holds bikes. That would probably work fine, but I was thinking about getting like a hitch and one of those like bike racks that go on a hitch. I was thinking about doing that. I might end up doing that at some point, because again, if you're gonna get to anywhere down here, you do need that. There are no parking spots at the actual restaurants. There are no parking spots at the actual, there's a pool here. There's no parking spots at the pool. There's no parking spots at the restaurants. There's no parking spots at the general stores. They don't do that here unless you're in a golf cart. There's parking for golf carts, no parking for a giant van or even a car, unfortunately, because that's not how they want to do things here. That's not their idea here. Their idea is not to bring your car and park it at this place. You're at a campsite. You're here to rough it. I don't know if anybody's really roughing it here. They might be. That's they got tents. There are people here set up just on their campsites in tents. So I guess they're maybe roughing it a little bit. Me, maybe not so much. Not really roughing it so much. We got Vanabelle, we got AC, we got cable. We're glamping. I will fully admit we're glamping here at the campsites. But look at this. It's awesome. It's beautiful here. We love it. Have you guys ever been here to the campsite? If you have, leave a comment down below. Unfortunately, it seems like some of the restaurants are actually closed. Trail and Restaurant and Davy Crockett's Wilderness Arcade are temporarily closed. There are different options though for food, which is nice. Today we're actually going to, since today is our last day here at Walt Disney World, we're actually leaving today. We're going to maybe try to get around the campsite somehow, either rent a golf cart or maybe walk to a couple of the places. I don't know how we're gonna get there, but we're gonna try to get to a couple of the places today because we wanna see some of the general stores. We wanna go to the restaurant area, even if the restaurants are closed. We wanna go check it out because last time we actually did sort of go around the campsite, which was many, many years ago. It was during COVID and pretty much everything was closed. So we didn't actually get to see all the stuff we wanted to see. So hopefully today we'll actually get to do that. Look at this. Somebody did, is that Bluey? It is, it's Bluey. And then I don't know what that is. What is that? Leave a comment down below if you know what that big pink thing is. I'm enjoying the Bluey. I kind of wish I would have brought some sidewalk chalk with me. That's a thing people do down here. It's actually pretty amazing. People really go crazy decorating their campsites, which is awesome. I've seen people with huge blow up figures and lights and all kinds of stuff. People get really into decorating the campsites. It's one of the things people do down here. If you ever come down during Christmas, I highly recommend coming down here during the Christmas season. Even the Halloween season is pretty amazing because people go nuts decorating their campsites. We actually took, my wife and I, we actually took a romantic carriage ride. This was back in like, I don't know, I think right after we got married. It's maybe like 2011, something like that. We took a romantic carriage ride around Fort Wilderness, the Fort Wilderness campsite. And when we realized they weren't taking us through the woods or anything like that, they were taking us through the campsite, we thought that's kind of weird. Like what is this gonna be? How is this a romantic carriage ride? I mean, it was horse drawn. It was pretty awesome. You're in a sleigh that's actually on wheels, but still we thought this is weird. This is bizarre. Why are we going through a campsite? How strange is that? And then we realized it was at Christmas time and it was really amazing because all these different campsites, like, I mean, probably a good 75% of the campsites were just crazy decorated for Christmas. Again, big blow up things, like those big blow up yard decor. They had all these different lights and there was music playing. It was amazing. People who camp here get really into decorating their campsites. Right now, maybe not as much, although I did see some pretty amazing things. Somebody over there has like their whole area set up kind of like the Jungle Cruise, and down there I saw some other people set up like the Haunted Mansion. There's a lot of really awesome things. Maybe again, this time of year, maybe not as much, but during Halloween and Christmas, people get really into decorating their campsites. And the carriage ride, actually, if they're still doing that, I don't know if they still are. I guess maybe they still are. If they are still doing the carriage ride, as weird as it sounds to be taking a carriage ride through the campsite, it actually is pretty awesome. And I would recommend doing it. Worth the money just to see all the cool decor and the cool decorations and how everybody decorates their campsite. Definitely 100% worth checking out. So again, guys, pretty awesome here. We're actually right where we camped the last like 3 times we've been here. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but we're right here by the comfort station, which is right here at the fork in the road. It's a one-way street, and every night I come in here and think, can I just drive the wrong way? Because we have to drive all the way down and around this giant loop just to park right over there. There's the van. You can see Vanabelle right there, but we have to drive all the way around this loop at like 20 miles an hour just to get to our campsite. So the last like 3 times we camped out here, or maybe the 2, I think this might be our only 3rd time here. So I want to say we've camped twice before. They've actually always put us in the same spot, not because we asked. I mean, we always ask to be near a comfort station because we want to be right next to the bathroom. That might sound like a bad thing. You might think, oh, that being right next to a bathroom, wouldn't it be noisy? There's an ice machine. There's people coming in and out of the restrooms. Not really. At night, people are pretty much sleeping. By like midnight, everybody's pretty much asleep. There's really no noise. We don't hear anything. Being next to the comfort station, I highly recommend doing. It's the best place to be. So right now, as you can see, we're right here, which is right next to the comfort station. Last year, I want to say we were right here where all these people have their amazing decor set up like the Jungle Cruise. Look at this. Their golf cart is set up like the Jungle Cruise. They've got all kinds of monkeys and elephants, and look at that, Trader Sam's. This is awesome. Again, people get really into decorating their campsites. This one here is pretty amazing. This is where I think we were last year. And then the year before that, we were right over there where the kids are running around. So we've been pretty much right in this area the last 3 times we've camped, and we're okay with that. Actually, when we got here, they had us in a different campsite, which is over on the other side of the resort, like of the other side of the campsite. They had us over there, and we were nowhere near a conversation, even though we requested that. So we actually went back to the front lobby, and we said, hey, you know, we requested to be near a comfort station. We realized that, you know, it's only a request, that it's not guaranteed, but is there any way we could be near a conversation? And they said, yeah, let's see what we can do for you. And they looked it up. They said, well, we're gonna put you over in the 2000s. And we're like, oh, okay. And then as soon as I started driving over here, I thought to myself, I think we're right where we were like the last 2 times. And sure enough, we parked right in the same spot that we were in. So really nice. Disney's very accommodating. If you ever have any issues at Disney, if you ever like, I want to be near a conversation when you're camping, or I want maybe this or that, as long as you're not asking for anything crazy and you're nice about it as well. I mean, obviously if you're going to ask for some crazy demands, they might just laugh in your face. But as long as you're asking for something as simple as, hey, is there any way maybe we could possibly be near a conversation, or whatever it is you're asking for, and you do it politely, you're nice to the cast members, you're not mean about it, a lot of times they will accommodate you and try to help you out the best they possibly can. Look at this golf cart coming here. It's got like, I don't know if it's Cinco de Mayo golf cart, maybe. It's got like a sombrero on top and everything. That's pretty awesome. So like I said, there is a pool here. We're gonna probably walk down to that. I think it's like right on the other side of this campsite. There's a general store we can go to. I think 2 general stores we can go to. There's a big like restaurant area where they do the hoop-de-doo review. We've never done, look at that. That's awesome. Cinco de Mayo cart, I love it. That is so cool. So we've never done the hoop-de-doo review. That's a big like dinner show they do here. We've never done that. One of these days, I'm gonna have to do the hoop-de-doo review. That's my plan. In fact, even if I move down here, which again is something I'm planning on doing probably within the next year, maybe by next summer, we'll actually be moving down here to Florida. I'm still planning on staying at the Disney sites. I still am DVC. I'm not gonna sell my DVC points. I have no intentions on doing that. I'm just gonna take little staycations where I come down here. I mean, I live down here, but I'm gonna stay at the nice DVC resorts for like a night or two. There's some DVC resorts that cost so many points that our DVC package won't work for that. I mean, not for staying down here for like even a week. Like staying down here for like a week or two, we don't have enough points. It costs so many points to stay at what Grand Floridian and the Polynesian and the Contemporary, the big DVC resorts. Because even when it comes to DVC resorts, the Disney Vacation Club resorts, there are different tiers of those resorts, and some of them you got to spend a lot of points for I'm not going to get into how DVC works, but it's a point-based system, and some of them you have to spend a lot of points to stay at. We do not have that many points, so we don't get to stay at those resorts, unfortunately. However, because I'm going to be living down here and not needing to take 2-week vacations, I can use those points to spend maybe 1, maybe 2 nights at those fancy pants resorts, which is going to be really awesome. Looking forward to that. And even the campsite, I do plan on staying here at the campsite, maybe for like a couple of days. Maybe I'll just come down here. Wow, that is a golf cart right there. I've never seen a golf cart go that fast. Usually, there we go. See this golf cart here? That's usually how the golf carts drive. You get stuck behind them doing like 20 miles an hour down the roads, which is kind of a shame. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yes, even the campsite. I'll probably stay at the campsite occasionally. I'll just, whatever, just for like a night or two, I'll book a campsite and just camp out here because it is that nice. It's just so much fun to just get away. Even if I'm only getting away, like, you know, a half hour away from where I live, it's still great to be actually staying here in Disney at the campsites or even at the resorts. I'm looking forward to all that. I know this video is going long now, but really quickly, I want to document something because apparently these are going away from what I've heard. And I'm just now noticing they're right here. So supposedly Disney's been going through this whole thing recently. I wonder if there's any alligators down there. Probably, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an alligator or two. Who knows? They always say, in Florida, if there's water, there's alligators. So probably, possibly, maybe. Anyway, so Disney's been going through this whole thing recently where they've been like de-theming Disney. What I mean by that is, when you think Disney, you think kitschy, you think Disney. So all their resorts, all their restaurants, all that stuff, they all have this kind of like kitschy Disney feel, and it's amazing. It's awesome. Disney's been doing away with that recently. Disney has been doing this thing where they've been just making everything kind of white and plain. They'll go like, oh, this is the Mary Poppins restaurant, and they'll just be stark white walls with white countertops, and everything's just white. And then they'll hang a picture of like a, I don't know, like a merry-go-round, and they're like, it's Mary Poppins. It's like, it's awful. And that's apparently what's happening with these. I'm trying to cross the road and not get run over. That's what's happening apparently with these cabins here. So as you can see, the cabins are just, I mean, they're nothing too fancy. They're literally just like, I guess, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Like trailers. That's what they are. They're just trailers, but they're very nicely decorated inside, and the outsides of them are made to look like they're actually log cabins. I mean, it's all fake facade, but still, they're meant to look like they are cabins, and it's really awesome looking. I've seen the insides of these. They're beautiful. They're all decorated very, very campy, very, very lodgy, very, very log cabin-ish. Well, apparently, I'm also watching my step. I'm like, wait, I'm tripping over things. I don't want to be tripping over a bed of red ants. That would be terrible. Anyway, so they're apparently going to be taking all of these out of here. I mean, they probably need to be renovated. They've been around here for a very long time, so I'm sure they need to be renovated. Fine, fair enough. But they're getting rid of this whole log cabin look, and they're doing this weird modern kind of cabin look. This weird thing with these weird fronts that are like all glass, and they're terrible looking. Again, de-theming Disney. They're nice looking, but they almost look like, you see nowadays people take those, what are they? Those big, like tractor trailer, like the cargo trailers. They take those big cargo trailers and they turn them into houses, like little mini houses. It almost looks like one of those. It's very modern looking. It's not what it should be. When you stay at a campsite, I mean, you're staying at a campsite. You want that kitschy, campy feel. You want to be sleeping in a log cabin, not a modern day like mini house. It's a shame what Disney's doing. Anyway, just wanted to document those, show this to you guys, because next time I stay here, who knows? Those might not even be there anymore. Those may have been taken down and turned into the new modern, weird, like like shipping cargo container houses, which is just going to be terrible. I don't understand what Disney's doing nowadays. I don't understand why I don't know who they're catering to. I don't know what I think they're trying to cater to a bigger audience, maybe, but it's like, that's not Disney. Like, I understand you're catering to maybe a wider audience by making everything just bland and bleak, but that's not Disney. When I come to Disney, I want Disney. I want the kitsch. I want the cheesiness. I want to feel like I'm in some Disney paradise. I don't want to feel like I'm staying anywhere else. And that's what Disney's doing nowadays with their hotels. They're de-theming them. And it's like, why even stay on property? Why would I spend $1 bajillion to stay on Disney property when I can stay at a different resort off-site that looks exactly the same? Maybe it doesn't have a picture of Mickey hanging up, but that's it. I mean, that's all the resorts are doing nowadays. It's just, you walk into a hotel room and it looks like you're in an IKEA. That's what I'm trying to say. Showroom, but there's like a picture of Mickey hanging up. It's like, I can go to any resort and get that. Anyway, that's my rant for the day on Disney and their de-theming of Walt Disney World. I don't get it. I don't like it. And it's a real shame that those amazing log cabin structures, even though they are fake, even though it's just a facade, still, the feel of them are amazing. And it's a real shame they're going to be getting rid of them. Anyway, so, all right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Just wanted to show you the amazing campsite. Like I said, been camping here for the last week or so. It's amazing. It is awesome. It is so cool. Look at the Spanish moss hanging here. Apparently, though, you do not want to touch this. I hear there's all kinds of like bugs and stuff that live inside the moss. So I will not be touching that, but pretty cool to see. I guess if you live down here in the south, you're probably like, yeah, it's Spanish moss, Dave. I have that outside my house. What is that? Is that a lizard, or is that it was either a lizard or a little mouse or something running around. I don't know what that was. Oh no, it's just a lizard. Never mind. Lots of those around here. We actually saw a snake, not here. It was was off property. We saw a snake, a big black snake the other day, which is pretty awesome down here. I went to go investigate. Everybody kind of ran away from it. I walked up to it. I didn't get close enough that it was going to bite me, but I got closer than maybe I should have. But it's a snake. It's awesome. I love snakes. Anyway, except for when they're crawling on me, as you guys know, if you guys have watched my videos a week ago when I had that snake on my leg, that's a whole different story. Seeing a snake, awesome. Having a snake on you, trying to bite you, maybe not so much. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. If you guys have ever stayed here at the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness, leave a comment. I feel like I said it weird. Disney's Fort Wilderness. If you guys have ever stayed here, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think of this campsite? Is it as beautiful as I think it is? Because I think it's amazing here. I love it. Best campsite I have ever stayed at. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's fantastic. It's a great time. Like I said, even if I do move down here, when I move down here, I'm still going to camp here. I'm still going to take a couple nights out of my year and just camp here because it is that amazing. Look at these Disney lights these people have set up. This is awesome. I got to start doing some of this. Maybe I'll camp here during Christmas time, and I will decorate the campsite. Maybe that's what I'll do. It's not a bad idea. I've never camped here during Christmas. I've only camped here right around this time. Actually, every time I come down here, it's always early spring. I've never camped during Halloween or during Christmas. Maybe I'll pick one of those two, and I'll camp here during those times, and I will decorate. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But anyway, guys, with that, like I said, we are done. So if you have camped here, if you do love the campsite at Disney's Fort Wilderness, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this place. What did you guys think of it? Did you guys have a great time here? I'm sure you did. But all right, I'm gonna hop into the van, go explore the campsite a little bit, maybe go see the restaurants, the pool, the general store. I'm not sure how we're gonna get there. I might have to go rent a golf cart, which would be actually pretty fun. So maybe I'll do that. But all right, guys, with that, we're done. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro rest stop t-shirts. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon do good help supporting the show and keeping the show going. So I really do appreciate it. There's a big like eagle or something flying up there. Did you guys see that? Anyway, so proceeds from both Patreon and Spreadshirt do good help supporting the show and keeping the show going. So I really do appreciate that, guys. What should today's hashtag be? Hashtag glamping. That's what I want. Hashtag glamping. If you guys watch this video all the way to the like 23-minute mark, definitely hashtag glamping. Look at that. People coming down with their golf carts. That's awesome. I got to get one of those. I'm gonna go try to rent a golf cart. All right, guys. So like I said, that's it. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you do hit that subscribe button and you are subscribed, then I will see you in tomorrow's video from the road. I'll be driving back to Pennsylvania, unfortunately, but I don't, it's not that unfortunate because I know within a year I'll probably be moving down here. So I don't have to be all that sad. Look at the size of the campsite. Look at that. It's huge. It's actually a very, 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 very big campsite. It is gigantic and it's really cool. You can actually take buses over to the boats over to the Magic Kingdom, which is really awesome. All right, guys, so pretty cool, pretty amazing. We're having a blast here. I love the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness. And like I said, if you're actually still watching this video, hashtag glamping. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. Bye.